Hi, this is Ones to Watch Chef's Choice. I'm Abby Kenna, and today I'm joined by Brenn. Are you supposed to say it with a certain amount of enthusiasm?
No.
Okay.
No, it's just there for the looks.
It's just there for the looks. Well, at what point did you decide the exclamation mark was going to be?
I used to listen to a very niche group of artists. Very niche. So, Keshi, Versace,
yeah.
Kai Dreams.
Oh, yeah. Kai Dreams was my shit
Like,
in
it
high
was
school.
I probably clocked in like 300,000 minutes each year. Locking out on this stuff in high school.
Yeah.
And there was this little artist named Lando, and he had an exclamation mark. And I remember being on Spotify for artists, and I was like, what is my name going to be? I was like, this needs to be important. Brenn? And then I thought of that, and I was like, shift, boom.
I love that.
And I was like, okay,
Committed to
that's
that.
it. So.
Did you listen to like Eden? I feel like that was like a part of that like, Kai Dreams
not
group.
really.
Okay.
But I do know a couple of songs.
Oh yeah.
So.
Well, I'm super excited that you're here for a little taste-making talk show.
Excited to be here.
Yeah, you're in LA just for like a hop, skip, and a leap.
Yeah, because I don't like it here. I'm excited to be in this room,
I know.
though.
I love that you're so doubled down on not liking LA, though. It's refreshing. It's good.
It's just like the travel to get here is the worst.
Yeah.
Once you get here and you don't have a car, it's really bad because there's nothing to do.
Within walking distance.
Yeah, and like you walk in the heat because it's never cool here.
It's true.
And like everything's overpriced. So regardless, you're either doing a whole like workout to spend an outrageous amount of money on a coffee or like a meal, or you're coming back from an expensive Uber round trip. Anyway.
I mean, it's a cautionary tale.
Yeah.
You're
it's
really,
and just like there's no convenient way to get here.
I'm with you.
So.
I'm with you. Well, I'm glad that you're here and you're sticking it out for us.
Glad to be here.
We're going to go through a little 3-course meal of your music. And to start, I would love to know if listeners have never heard your music before. What is the first song that you would tell them to listen to?
Probably Days on End.
Does it ever cross your mind? I wanna know. Do the mountains call your name louder than I did?
I feel like that was a tipping point of like a very like clean pop MIDI like drums and like very cleanly well done acoustics and bass and everything from like the Forerunner era, if you can even call it that. I've only been at this for like 3 years, so
There's eras within that.
micro eras.
Sure.
All the way tipping all the way to a more like loose and homey feeling production, while keeping kind of like my dynamic range pretty wide on the song. It's a lot more folky than I would like to admit, but I think that's a good entry point to something a little bit deeper.
Why is that not something you'd like to admit? Did you not want to end up in the folky?
Well, I don't mind being there,
Sure.
and a good folk song here and there, a little boom, 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 boom. It's totally fine. But I do have aspirations to take inspiration from that, not be in the pool of that.
I hear that. Yeah.
Because I just feel like when you box yourself in that world, there's only so much you can do with the 4 chords and the 3 rhythms that kind of fall into that world.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not a crazy talented musician in terms of like playing and like theory and all this, so I don't really know what I'm doing half the time. So.
Well, I wouldn't know that. So
Well, thank you.
you're fooling everybody. It is interesting, though, that you say Days on End, because that is, I mean, one of your biggest songs, or one of the, I guess, trending is the word that I hesitate to use, but would make sense. I'm always curious, though, do you feel like it represents your sound still, even though it is the most popular one?
I think whenever people describe sound in an artist, my first go-to is vocals.
Sure.
Because most artists have a consistent enough vocal chain. I like to stick with like a light plate verb, some slap delay,
Nice.
and then maybe a little bit of saturation.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, though, I kind of sit back from the mic a little bit to get a little bit more of the natural room. So that's kind of like my go-to, and I feel like Days on End has that. So when people listen to it, they're going to recognize my voice like all around the other songs as well, I feel like. And it's going to be like, oh, this is Brenn,
Yes.
you know? And the goal is to be like, oh, Brenn's the guy who sounds like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll listen to a song that like is popular or something like that. Oh, that's like the Brenn vocal or
Right.
something. So I'm trying to somehow pioneer a new thing, but you know, I came into the music game late. Music's been out for like centuries, so
Music has been happening for a while.
it's kind of hard to.
It is an interesting point you bring up, though. I always say, like, the artist is the through line. Like, even if one album you make is metal and the next is, like, pure pop, like, it is still you that's writing it. So there will be some sort of through line.
Yeah, I agree.
But it is a cool perspective to be like, it's truly just the way I put my vocals.
Most people, I feel like, listen to the words and the lyrics and stuff.
Yeah.
There are some of those crazy people who turn off their brain and just listen to the sounds.
It's a skill. So you're producing everything yourself?
I did this whole album by myself, basically, except for I co-produced 2 of the songs, and then one of them I didn't produce at all, but then the
Okay.
other 9 I did all by myself, basically.
That's a big accomplishment.
Yeah, and I didn't really know how to produce when I started, so amateur at best, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's that. How did you approach it then? Was it just kind of like throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks?
I bought a ton of nice gear, and I asked people around me, what do I do?
That in itself is hard to do.
Yeah. Especially when, like, I have a background in production.
Okay.
I used to, like, produce songs for myself before the Forerunner stuff.
Okay.
It was, like, the early stuff on Spotify. So I have an understanding of, like, the basic stuff, like EQ, compression, saturation, and I know how to work the thing. I know how to track. I know how to do inputs and outputs and sends and returns and all that. It's more of like, okay, how do I get this live drum sound? How do I get this live guitar sound? How do I get this not sounding so flat?
Yeah.
You know? So a lot of it turned out to be engineering rather than production.
Yes.
And it was just like learning about the mics and about, you know, what kind of pressure of air is coming out of the instrument, where it's coming out of. So it's like, where do you put the mic in that, you know, like.
Were you making a live kit?
Yes.
Oh, that's so hard.
It was in my so I have like a studio room, and then I have a drum room.
Yeah.
And then I was doing live piano too.
Oh my God. You
Which
just
was
chose all the hard
downstairs.
things.
Yeah. And I was like, I had to learn how to mix kits and overheads and kick mics and kick ins, kick outs, and then like a large diaphragm on the front I've recently got into. And it's just like a lot of knowledge compressed into 9 months of production.
Only 9 months.
That's
For
about
9 songs?
That, yeah.
Wow.
That's about as much time as I had, basically.
What was some of the gear you got? I mean, obviously, like all the
Well,
microphones.
I got an off-brand LA2A. I got an Audioscape LA2A. I got a Lakeside preamp by Soyuz. And then my main go-to mic quit on me like maybe 3 months into production.
Okay.
And it was the Bach 167. It's like a tube.
Sure.
Modeled after the Neumann 167. David Bach made it with Universal Audio, kind of a goat.
Yeah.
So, and then it quit on me. So I recently got a new one.
The same kind?
Yeah, just replaced basically.
Love.
Because they were like, we don't really know what's wrong with your mic, but it basically was just making this noise. I thought it was the planes because I live next to an airport. So I just tried everything. I opened up the mic and was like, I used to build computers, so I was looking at it and I was like, this doesn't look right. So I just sent it back. And then basically I got a FET version of that mic, which is the 187.
Nice.
And then that's basically it in terms of mics that I used. So I ended up using the 187 much more than the 167. Just like some crappy acoustics.
Love it. Love it.
Like,
I like to know the gear.
Yeah, I'm a big gear guy too. Or yeah, I am.
Very crazy lore drop too that you used to build computers.
Well, I used to I've had the one computer my whole life.
Yeah.
That I game on.
Okay.
And like everything, like I would have to rebuild it a bunch because like it had all these issues because I built it.
Classic.
And all that stuff. And I've built more than one computer. My brother's a computer science guy, so he like knows more about it than me. But yeah, I would have to go in and just fix stuff all the time and all that. So everything just kind of comes down to a motherboard, which is like the green thing. And then it has like little pins that you plug in. And typically on the motherboard with stuff like that, it's labeled.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is like my compressor broke.
Okay.
So basically you just unscrewed it and it was like the threshold knob and it was labeled thresh. So I just plugged it back in.
Oh, I mean, that's so much
it's so
simpler.
simple.
Yeah.
Like building computers is, everything's already built. It's already there. You just got to like plug it in.
Yeah, you're not making the
It's like a
hardware.
puzzle.
You're just, plugging shit in. Well, let's get into Amateur at Best.
Okay.
What would you say is a song that sort of represents that album?
Amateur at Best.
Okay. You know, I had a feeling you might say that. Contextually or sonically?
Both.
Both? Okay, say more.
I think it kind of just is the most shallow version of what I'm trying to say in the album.
Okay.
I think the lyrics are really straightforward, like in the verses and the pre and the chorus. And that was the first song that I did that I was like, what if we did like some gritty guitars and some like ambient stuff and big gang vocals and all
Stepping
that.
out of the folk a little.
Well, still remaining elements of it in there, like very percussive, like shakers, tambourines, acoustic guitars, that stuff. But kind of leaning more into the folk rock, maybe, could be a good way.
I see that.
So,
did you land on this sort of Amateur at Best concept for the album before or after you wrote that song? Like, was it already...
a lot of the songs on the album came title first, then song.
Really?
That's kind of how I've been liking to... Like, title, to me, encapsulates the essence of the song. I just wrote a song the other day called Growing Into It, and it's just kind of about growing into, like, your hometown and like where you're from after not wanting to be a part of it for so long. And it's just like when you get like a good one-liner, almost like it's almost, you treat it like a prompt, and then it becomes a lot easier to dive in and unzip that prompt and be like, what are things about this prompt, or like what are things that are related to this in my personal life. And my brain, I'm just messed up.
No, it seems like you have a very like analytical, like a little type
Maybe
A brain.
it just like it does it a certain way, and it's always done that. And
yeah,
I started off, I was in the bathroom in Columbus, Ohio before a show, and I was like, dang, I just kind of suck at everything. Amateur at Best. And I was like, that'd be a sick album name. So
so you can't, that was like
I was
first.
like, I was like, would be a cool album name.
Okay.
So.
And then how did you do the rest of the titles? You sat down and you were like, here are all these stories I could tell?
For example, me and the guy I did this album with mainly, his name is Maddox Schaefer. Shout out to you, Maddox. Basically, we were sitting in the car, and my producer at the time, his name is Jeremy Fedrick, aka Sarcastic Sounds. He came out with an EP. It's like a Midwest emo, a little bit of grunge EP. Really good. It's called Jerem's Best Day. Go check it out. But I was like thinking, because like my ex-girlfriend's from the Midwest. I spent a lot of time in the Midwest, and like I was just thinking of a song title. I looked at Maddox. We were going to a session. I was like, bro, it'd be so cool to have a song called Midwest, comma, space, I'll be back. So, you know what we did that night? We wrote Midwest, I'll be back.
Wow.
So.
That, I mean, honestly, it seems like such like a logical workflow to do that rather than just like.
Maybe, I think going in with nothing and being like, let's write a blank song.
Yeah.
Can work for some people. For me, I like to be pretty intentional and not really waste my time, because I'll sit on a thought or like an idea for like months at a time, like even years, I feel like, because like I know that there's something there. I know that there's something I want to say about it.
Yeah.
But I don't know what yet. And I know that like is the essence of it, and it keeps it all glued together. So if there's a way that I can do that while keeping that there, it's going to come out eventually.
It seems like finding the title or like the thesis statement kind of is what like unlocks the whole story for you. Like you can have the idea in your head for a long time, but it's like you need to know where the chorus is headed.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, did you have any like, as you produce the album yourself, did you have any sonic sort of North Stars or like other artists you were inspired by?
Not really, but I will say the guy who like kind of, I don't want to say directed the album, but he was a huge help in learning a lot of the production stuff. His name's Hunter Strasser.
Yeah.
He's my TM, my MD. He's my guitarist. He's my band's like freaking, he's like tour dad basically.
Love. Yeah.
And he has a lot of inspiration, I think, from like Jason Isbell and the 400 unit, and like a lot of that, like it's like a clean, dirty guitar sound. It's like if the dirty guitar sound was a little bit more intentional and cleaned up. And that's what's just thrown all over the record, is because like I kind of just get all my guitar tones from him.
That's awesome.
And I also get him to play on it. So
hell yeah. I feel like that is what sets apart like singer-songwriter from like folk rock, is like the bright acoustic versus like the dirty acoustic.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think so.
love it. Well, I'd love to know your personal favorite off of the album. You can give me one or two.
My favorite off the album probably is Still Havey,
Okay.
which is the closing track. Piano ballad thing.
Why is it your favorite?
It was just the hardest to do because I did everything on these two Neumann KM88, I think they're called, like stereo pair, on the piano in one take. Like that's the only audio signal that I had, is these two mics. And I was singing and playing at the same time. So like it was clipping and it was like but the take was perfect. But I coughed in the middle of it. And that made it onto the record.
That's great.
But it was like, I know this is here, and like everyone's telling me that this is a great song, and I was like, this is just a, souped up voice memo. But everyone's like, no, this is the take. So I kind of had to sit and think, like, what do I want to do with this? I played around with some like drums, I played around with some guitars and stuff. Nothing really sat well until like I was in the car. I listened to a lot of worship music. I was in the car and I was just listening to like a song by House Fires, and I was like the background came in like way behind me. It's just this choir of just people singing their heart out and just really enjoying it. And I was like, whoa, I cracked it if I can execute this. So I called up my friends Maddox, and then I called up a friend. Her name is Elisheva, and her friend Drew something. I don't know all their last names, but
Beautiful.
basically, I was like, I can't do harmonies on this. Can you guys do harmonies on this? And they were like, yeah. And then at that part in the song, the I guess the chorus, it doesn't really have a structure or anything, but it goes like, Indiana, you've got a hold on me. Anyway, they were just like, they sang these harmonies. And I was like, this is it. This is it. So we got a bunch of harmony stacks. And I sent it off to my mix guy, and he made it sit just right.
So you just superimposed that onto the original, like, souped up voice memo. That's awesome.
Like, I think the whole thing without the harmonies that they did was 2 tracks.
Wow.
One left and one right.
That's crazy.
So
It was...
yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Go for it. What were you gonna
Everything
say?
was literally just like, it's as if we just played, right, and we had like a full band, and then we played a song all the way through with these mics here.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it would be like to work with.
I really enjoy that. I think it's an interesting phenomenon to include on a record these days because of the whole like TikTokification of like demos versus final products
Yeah.
of songs. I don't know if you've encountered this.
Yeah, well, actually, one of the guys who also did the album with me, his name is Moore.
Okay.
He is working on some really awesome stuff, and he went through a bunch of different producers for this album because his song's blowing up on TikTok, and he was like, man, like, I really just want it to sound like it does on my phone. And his phone is all beat up, and like his speakers suck, and it's very like
Yeah.
gritty, and it's like, I just want it to sound like it does on my phone. And he finally found someone that like just amplified that, and it was just great.
Oh,
It
that's
sounds
awesome.
incredible.
It's real hard to do. It's hard to make it sound shitty and good.
And like, yeah, and like everyone in the comments is like, don't overproduce this and stuff. And it's like, they don't know what they're saying.
Yeah,
So-
because the way that it came out, I'm sure sounds similar to the
Yeah,
TikTok video.
yeah.
But
But there's so many layers and so many takes and so much production going on.
yeah, like it could technically be overproduced.
Yeah.
But alas, what does that song mean to you though? More than the production of it all.
I think it's a good, put the key in the door and lock it, and then put the key back in the lockbox because you're kind of done. Kinda
Is that
done
why it
with-
ends at the album?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a good closer for a lot of reasons. It's in the same key as the song before it, which also starts off piano and then ends with like drums and stuff, and then it bleeds into that song. And it's a very vulnerable, raw take. It was done, I think the whole thing was finished within like 2 hours
Wow.
of writing, like starting it, whatever. And it's just one of those songs that's given to you. And even though it's not like popular or blown up or anything, it's very, very special to me. And I'm very proud of it. And someone out there enjoys it. So,
Definitely. Do you still feel like an amateur?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think the whole point of that album was to highlight, like, no matter how good you are at something, you're always not going to feel that good at it. I think that's something that humans share in common is because we're so hard on ourselves. And
Yeah.
also, this is just the truth. Someone's better than you. Someone out there is better than you. No matter who you are, you could be like the best at something. Like everyone could say you're the best, like, football player ever or whatever. Someone's better than you.
And objectively, it sounds really lonely to be the best at something.
Yeah, and I don't think there's just no fulfillment in being the best, because then what do?
I don't know. Yeah. Okay. I like it. Well, you should feel really proud that you did all of that so much by yourself.
I am.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
I have 3 final questions.
Okay.
I would love to know if Amateur at Best were a candle, what would it smell like?
Alabama pine trees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they smell different than other pine trees?
It's like kind of like sweet almost. Like a sweet wood, I guess.
I like that. What's your favorite sound right now? But a life sound, not a music sound. An example of which would be like if you have a dog. Like,
I got one.
oh, okay, flip phone. Hello? Wait, do it closer to the mic. That's beautiful. So tell me about that.
This is my new phone.
It's new, I see.
Yeah. You got all the things in here. Like if you want to text somebody,
Wow.
you could
Oh, it's
go.
in like black and white.
Oh,
That's awesome.
it's got your
Dude.
iMessage on there.
Wow.
You can play Spotify on it. But you just can't really go on social media.
I like that.
And you could take pictures, and the pictures are actually really good. Me and Emma took a bunch of pictures the other day, and
Oh, yeah.
so sick. And yeah, I love this thing. I feel like I'm doing another album now. I guess I'm not like working on it. I don't have any concepts for it other than like the direction I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I really look up to this guy, Steven Wilson Jr.
Mm.
And he's just very like, in his lyrics, he's really real, and like, it's almost like he doesn't care what music is supposed to sound like or supposed
Yeah.
to be. He has this like classical guitar that he runs through a bunch of pedals and stuff, and it just sounds so sick. And basically, my plan is to unplug for the next couple months, build my brain back up because I am like tier 1 brain rotter, and hopefully that'll help with kind of the things that I want to say and do. And I'm gonna go back home for a little bit and just with my flip phone and write a bunch of songs and about home and just like life and stuff, as I've been doing, trying to get away from the singing about the same people over and over, because
Yeah.
you eventually find stuff, you sing about something so much, it's like there's nothing left there.
Yeah. You're
There's
just
not a new
speaking
melody.
it,
You're
so-
not. There's not a new word. You know, and I think that means a lot of different things. But I'm just saying, I'm trying to unplug a little bit and trying to take my mind back a little bit more and give a lot more of my time to things that are worth my time.
Yeah.
So I got a flip phone. I got Aura now.
I'm jealous, to be honest.
It was $20. It's on sale for 10 right now.
Oh my God. Someone give this guy a brand deal. Except that would defeat the whole purpose of the flip phone. My very final question for you is who your ones to watch are. So who are you listening to that we should?
Steven Wilson Jr.
Stephen Wilson Jr. Okay. I'm in.
Yeah.
That's the one.
The, also, just because these are my boys, Maddox Schaefer and Moore, M-O-R.
More. I love it. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me out here. This was fun.
Okay, good.
I like the podcast stuff because sometimes they make me play a song at the butt crack of dawn at like 1 p.m. and I'm like, man, this is rough.
I don't know if we can call 1 p.m. the butt crack of dawn. I'm going to be honest.
That's fair.
Truce. Once again, this is Ones to Watch Chef's Choice. I'm Abby, and this is Brenn. Listen to Amateur at Best. Now we're going to have you play a song. I'm kidding.